I like the way the production's dropped since the last one.
How?
Fucking holding microphones.
We're not holding microphones. That's not true. Hello, welcome to the Snap. Welcome to the Snap Out podcast. Today I give you Christopher John Newman again, and me, Julian.
It's not fair.
It is fair.
Did you not recording?
I'm recording.
Oh, you are recording?
Yeah.
Well, I was not even in podcast mode.
You see?
You guys got to see me in full-fledged, just, everyday Chris.
Everyday Chris.
Who's an asshole, probably.
I can confirm that he is an asshole.
Yeah.
So,
now I know that we are
I'm gonna
recording.
get real comfortable here, okay? Because today is just a chilled out day in the Snap Out podcast.
Yeah, clearly. We're holding microphones.
We're trying to get better at this, okay, kids?
By getting worse first.
Yeah,
That's
the
how
first
you get
one we
better.
went really far, but I just thought that we gotta get a little bit more cozy here. And it's summer, It's
Next podcast, we're gonna have a sofa.
I've
always thought we should have done it from the sofa.
We can try the
personally.
sofa next time, okay?
I think it would be more relaxed. I can't promise all my clothes will stay on.
I'm imagining it right now.
Yeah, me too.
So what do we have to talk about today? Nothing.
It's almost true. Well, we
played Polite Riot
yeah.
this last weekend, and it was really nice. I'm not gonna lie, it was really cool, and everybody was really happy with us. We were happy with everybody. It was David's last show.
That was sad.
That was sad. Chris cried, but I wasn't there anymore.
Yeah. Well, I went to the Friday, so because I'm really good like that. No, so me and Jody mainly went to see Teenage Bottle Rocket on the Friday night, and personally, that was one of the best gigs I have been to in a very long time.
Yeah, why?
And I mean that because, well, for one, the place was packed, which is always good atmosphere when you have a sold out show, whether you're playing one or going to one. And they just played with so much fucking energy. Like that, they were meant to hit the stage at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, one of the two, but they hit the stage at 10 and they just stood there and really lazily played One by Metallica as their sound check. And it went quiet for a second. They just looked at each other and just nodded, and then they went straight to their first song. And they played pretty much 7 or 8 songs back to back with no talking. And it was just so fucking hard and fast. It was like a big punch in the face.
Ooh.
So they played with a lot of energy, and the place was crammed full. But I saw Eat Defeat that day, and the Spoilers. They were good. Eat Defeat and the Spoilers were good. I actually bought a couple of their records. Yeah, and that place, and I got to meet Miguel Chen, who, mind you, released a book recently-ish called I Wanna Be Well, How a Punk Rocker Found Peace, and you can too.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It is nice. It's about meditation and things like that, but it's written in a way that I can understand, so an idiot can understand it.
So it has drawings.
And I get to meet him as well, which is really cool because I bought that book a little while ago. So, but anyway.
And just as Chris is saying all these things, it's just important to let you guys know that I don't know any punk bands that came after 2005.
Technically, I'm trying to think when I think they were around I think they released their first record in 2005 or even 2003. But they didn't get signed to Fat Records maybe until I don't know, 2000. I'm going to completely guess this, 2009.
Okay.
But anyway, they were fucking amazing. Yeah, so on the Saturday we played, and I like to say that Teenage Bottle Rocket supported us because they were the last band on the Friday, and we were the first one on the Saturday.
So they came before us.
Yeah,
for
technically. So
they're under us in the.
Yeah, their support.
I can deal with that.
We were supported by Teenage Bottle Rocket.
Yeah, we can put that on our little bio.
Yeah, that's
my Facebook bio.
That one's for the CV.
Oh.
I thought that gig went really fucking well.
Which gig? Our gig or
Our gig.
yeah, our gig was really good. I think we never played that well.
What do you mean?
I think that was the time that we played the best. Davide was on point. You were on point. Everybody was good.
Yeah. We never played that well.
No, we played pretty well, but we've been getting better each gig. Like we had a top gig, which was the Hard Rock Cafe. But I think we overpassed that.
I think the last two shows we've played have been much better than than that show. Not only because of there's a lot of things that go into a performance.
Yeah.
And it's not just playing your instruments properly, because if you go and see a band and they might play the song perfectly, but they're just standing there, it's kind of boring. You feed off energy, right?
Yeah.
So I think the last two songs, we had energy, we had smiles on our faces, we had fun. That's important. And when we played the Hard Rock Cafe, I don't know, the energy level wasn't there, I don't think, but now the energy level is there.
Yeah, for sure.
And we spoke in the last podcast a lot about the vibe in the band is completely different now anyway.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
So we had a really good gig. We want to thank B Sharp
We want to thank
Promotions.
B Sharp Promotions, Mike and Paul from B Sharp Promotions.
Oh,
We
yeah.
want to thank, those are the main guys that got us the gig that day and put us on the bill. So the biggest thanks to them. And a thanks to Umlaut Records and Till the Wheels, were the other two guys putting on the event that night.
Cool.
Or over that weekend. So, and there were a really, really good bunch of bands on the Saturday that played after us as well. Who, obviously, I have a terrible memory.
Mm-hmm.
But
My favorite ones were Mug.
Mug are good. And Fast Fade.
I wasn't there for Mug, but I liked them.
Well, you checked out their record, yeah.
Yeah, and Wilhelm Scream.
Oh, that was on the Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, Sunday. But I wasn't there as well, but it was... I wish I was.
Yeah, so I stayed for the rest of the day on Saturday, and it was a really good show, and I've seen pictures and stuff from the Sunday, which was the day that Davide left us forever.
Chris is resentful still. Davide is in Japan right now.
Yep, he moved to Japan on Sunday. Oh, that's why. Sunday was my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 29 now, bitches.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah, so thanks.
Happy Brexit Day.
Happy Brexit Day.
Happy Davide's went away day.
My birthday does fall on Brexit. I'm
Can
gonna
you
let
free
your cat
my...
out.
Yeah, let my cat out. Just free my pussy, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I guess I didn't go that day, because I had loads of other things to be getting on with. But what have we been up to in Camp Snap Out?
We're still looking for a drummer, 100%. If you're a drummer, please call us. We had some weird experiences with drummers lately. It's weird because we live in London. Like, we're based in London, so it should be the easiest city in Europe probably to find members for your band, but it's the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life.
For real, it is.
Like, we find some people, they're not suitable, and then the people that would be suitable, we have no idea where they are.
It's true, and every band I've ever gotten together or joined or whatever, it's extremely hard to find exactly what you're looking for. So a lot of the time, you have to compromise, which is okay, because I'm not expecting that you join a band and that everyone's going to have exactly the same influence as you. We don't have the same influences, but we have a similar goal and a similar what we're aiming for. But yeah, to get a drummer is always, no matter what band I've ever been in, it's the hardest component to find.
Yeah. First of all, I think it's the hardest instrument to play.
There's that, yeah.
So
not only to play it, but to actually practice your instrument.
Yeah.
Which I respect. I mean, you can't just have a drum kit in your house unless you live out in the middle of nowhere and you can practice freely for all you want.
Yeah. But we found 3 people so far. We got to the point where we let one in the band, and everything was kind of going well, and then it started going slowly downhill when we got to the faster songs, and then he just collapsed.
Pretty much.
He stopped in the middle of a song. And
We're trying
gave
our
up.
best to not slander these people.
Yeah.
That's not our intention, but it's just, we have a lot of pride and passion with this band, as do other people with their bands. And you should have a lot of passion and pride when it comes to your band. So when someone gets involved and you open the doors and bring them in, for the opportunity, they should know how much you hold this thing close to you. So they should take it as seriously as you do.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it was taken seriously enough.
No, it was the first guy. He was good in the beginning, then he disappointed us. There was another guy who was poor kid. He just wasn't. It wasn't his style at all.
No.
And the third guy deserves to be slammed because we gave him 2 weeks to learn songs, and he showed up at the studio. Like every time Chris asked him, like, "Hey, did you learn the songs?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm confident that I'll play all the songs." And the last day he was even saying, like, "I'm comfortable with playing all the songs, and Orange Love is my favorite." And when we got there, I'm like, "Hey, do you want to play Orange Love?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've just heard it today. I've never played it." I'm like, cool, man. Thanks.
So, I mean, he did 2 weeks in advance. He had to go anywhere. I don't care where you go. I don't care if you even get pots and pans out of your mum's kitchen cupboard and you just improvise. You even air drum. When Davide joined this band, I remember actually he sat at home and air drummed our songs.
Yeah.
Because that was all he could do at the time, and it fucking worked. Because
Davide didn't have access to anything. He
No.
was here just to study and work. He wasn't here to be a drummer, and still he put loads more effort than any real drummer that we've ever met so far.
It's true. Yeah, when he came for his first rehearsal, I think we mentioned in the last podcast, he just played the songs. He didn't have any struggle with them.
Yeah.
We never, not once, did we have to teach him any part of any song because he just did it.
Yeah.
And it's because he put the work in before he did come to our session, before he come for the tryout to learn the tracks. But so when you're coming to try out for this band, and we're not trying to say we're big, we're not trying to say we're popular, famous, or anything like that. But we're working towards being a successful band, and it's quite clear from the outside. I feel like it's clear from the outside that we're trying to make something of this. So don't come into this thinking it's just like a hobby, because I think to us it's much more than that. And that session was just broke my heart. I didn't know. I just felt really
disrespected.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe that we
wasted time on that.
Yeah, it was just a waste of time and money, and the only advice I could give that guy and anyone out there that's going to try out for a band is, if you get a band contact you, or you contact a band and you sort out a session, I don't care if the session's the next day or a week away or whatever it is, you find yourself a drum kit. You can go to many different we rehearse at one of the Pirate studios.
Yeah.
And you can go there for a very cheap price. You can go there for an hour. I'm not even sure how much an hour costs because you've never done an hour before. But I think it's going to cost you about £12, probably even less. To go there, I think they even have rooms just with drum kits. And you go there and you could just practice for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you need. You just go and you practice and you turn up to the session knowing the songs. I don't care if we're not Metallica or we're not Blink-182. We're just an up-and-coming band. But if you really are serious about this opportunity, then you learn the tracks.
Yeah.
You wouldn't turn up to a session with a big band not knowing their tracks because you're not going to get the spot.
Yeah. And it's just, if you have no time, if you're working a lot and you're doing your best, learn one song really well, because at least that way we can have an idea what's your best. Because if you know 5 songs like poorly, we're just not gonna have any idea what you can do. So just learn one song really well and tell us what happened and be honest. That's all we need. But moving on. What else do you want to talk about today, Chrissy?
I guess we're
writing a new album.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, and it's inspired by
Should we say?
No.
We
Not
shouldn't,
yet.
should we?
Not yet.
All right. It's inspired about something. It's almost like a concept album, almost. Not like American Idiot concept where all the songs flow into one another. And so that would be a great thing to do one day.
Yeah.
But right now, too much effort. And
We're not good enough yet.
yeah. So, I mean, like, but it's got a little concept to it, which I think is really fun. And
Yeah.
we're like 2 tracks into that. And so far, I really like the 2 songs we've made.
Yeah, they're different from everything that we've ever done before.
Yeah.
But they still sound pretty much like us. Like if you hear just sections of it, you can kind of recognize our older songs in them. It's weird, but once everything's together, it doesn't sound like the old songs.
Yeah. Where would you, if you were to get these 2 songs now and place them in a chart with the rest of our songs, where would you put them?
In a chart, like
So, like in a table, like, you know, like a fucking league. Who would be where would they be?
oh,
Where
so
would they place?
what are the best ones? My favorite one always will be "But I Won't."
Yeah.
Like there's nothing I can do about that unless I just love that song. But I think probably the one that we did today would go around third. But I Won't and Run, and then the one that we did today, and then the other one. So they'd be third and
Yeah.
fourth.
For me, Mahal is my favorite, not the recorded version.
Yeah.
That
The live version.
yeah, the live version.
We promise we'll do a new recorded version so we can finally.
Yeah. I think once, whether it's while we're doing this album or
Right
afterwards,
after, yeah.
when we get a new drummer, I think we definitely need to re-record that track because I think it could be so good.
Yeah.
We're like doing it with the live way, but
Yeah.
that would be at the top, and then I'd probably say the track we did today is my second.
Ooh. Look at that. Stop burping on my own.
It's my mic, so it's okay. Thing is, though, since we finished the track and we haven't even listened to the other one today, it's been the other one's been stuck in my head.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I haven't. No, I still have the new one in my head.
The only question is now, right here in the podcast, do we play a little section of one of those songs?
No.
No, didn't think. I thought that would be your answer.
But anyways, what we were getting to, is the album is based on something. It's, the album's theme. It's hard to explain.
You're really trying, aren't you?
The album has a.
So let's just say the album has a movie theme.
Yes.
The movie theme is specific. It's not just like any movies. That's all we're gonna say for now.
It's not like Snap Out goes to the movies because I had that. There's a band that has another. Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. No.
Well, no. Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
did
like that. So, but it is based on a movie.
No, well,
On movies.
yeah.
And they are connected by one thing.
That's enough. That's enough. Hold steady now.
Ooh.
Down, boy.
But so we wanted to talk about our favorite movies.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie, Christopher?
Babe.
The pig.
Yeah, the pig.
No, I like that other one with the parrot. You know, what was his
No.
name? I forgot his name. It was like Bill the parrot.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was a parrot, man, like Babe, and he had adventures.
If you right, this is it where you edit this afterwards and you find the poster and you put it here now. Great movie.
Great movie, amazing. Do you
I loved
remember it?
It's brilliant. My favorite movie is and always will be Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
It's never been beaten by any other movie in my life. It is the earliest memory I have of watching a film too. So this film came out in 1991. I was 2 or 3.
And you watched it.
No, I didn't watch it then. But I think the first time I must have watched it could have easily been about 94 or 95.
Okay.
So I was definitely underage for watching that fucking shit.
Okay.
But I watched it more times than I can count as a child. And now I'm thinking to myself, hey, maybe you just really like this film because you just ingrained it into your brain from birth. But nah, I think it's just because it's a fucking good movie.
It is a good movie, I agree.
You don't make them like that anymore. Let's put it that way.
No.
The CG, for one, was fucking incredible for its time.
Yep.
It had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Yep.
I don't need to say anything else. And the fucking story's brilliant. The ending scene with the thumb going into the hot lava is like still one of the fucking most beautiful The soundtrack, not only the fucking Guns N' Roses, you could be mine. But
I forgot that song was made for that movie.
Yeah,
man.
it was actually. Shit, I forgot. And the actual theme, dun 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 theme. You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
Fucking great theme. I think our movies kind of match, actually. Well,
They have the same qualities, I think.
yeah, they have the same quality, but yours doesn't have a licensed track like Guns N' Roses.
Thank God, no.
Yeah. Good thing is, you know what? The addition of that track in Terminator 2 was put in a very good way. They didn't just play the track over an action sheet, because you watch fucking a Fast and Furious movie these days.
Yeah, they're just placing tracks
full on soundtrack
to sell them.
And it's just like, we're gonna have a car chase scene to Cardi B because we fucking can.
Yeah.
So don't know why Cardi B was on my mind.
I think that was the problem with Suicide Squad. They had a really nice soundtrack, and the soundtrack was better than the movie. So the trailer looked really cool because it had the soundtrack. It's like, fuck, man, look at this fucking movie. It's all musical and shit.
That's the thing, actually, with movies these days. I mean, there are a few, but with most movies these days, you don't get the song from the film. It's always a licensed track now.
Yeah.
It's never a composed track.
There are some, but they're very like high budget and artsy.
Artsy ones, yeah. But you never like an action movie.
No.
Like, you know, I mean, did Die Hard have one?
Yeah.
Did it?
For sure.
I can't remember it.
I don't remember, but it had to have one because it's Die Hard, man.
Yeah, I'm probably sure it did. But there's loads of films that
Mission Impossible had their track.
Yeah.
Fucking, what's the other one? Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Had an amazing...
That's an amazing just soundtrack in general.
Yeah.
The only thing that I like, again, it's almost a character in the movie, is Guardians of the Galaxy.
But that's
that
very
works.
smartly done. It's very smart the way they did it.
Just like the addition of the Guns N' Roses track is when they're playing the track through a tape recorder while they're riding the moped, or the motocross bike. So that makes sense. So... And plus, I don't think in your favorite film, I don't think there would be any place for that kind of shit. It just doesn't make sense.
My favorite film is Jurassic Park, obviously.
Yes.
Because of dinosaurs.
Yes. I just looked at your top because...
No dinosaurs today.
I saw you yesterday and you were wearing one. Yeah. And I think the time before that... No, you weren't. One thing we did fail to mention... after our gig, the reason Julian wasn't there for the rest of the day is because he went to see Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor Swift, man. She's thick now.
She's thick.
She found her groove. Okay. But anyways,
so yeah, and I see you were wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt.
Yeah, I was wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt at the Taylor Swift concert for sure.
Yeah.
And it has the same qualities from Terminator. It has the best CGI from the time. It had
animatronics.
It had the best action. And it was just... They don't make movies like that.
Exactly. It's the same. Actually, you know what I was just thinking? Terminator 2 was like... It really set the bar for CGI at the time.
Yeah.
And then your movie came along in 94 and really set the bar for... but it set the bar for animatronics at the time. Because no one had done that. There are some animatronics in Terminator 2. There's one scene where which is taken out of the original cut, where they take the chip out of his head, and it's like it's a fake Arnie. Here's a little Easter egg for you guys.
Here we go.
Here's and I can't remember her name, so bear with me. But the actress that plays Sarah Connor, right? Did you know that actress has a twin?
Oh, really? No, I didn't know.
So. There are two scenes in that film.
I thought you were gonna say, like, did you know she's an actual robot?
There's two scenes in that film that were actually taken out of the final edit, which are in the director's cut. There's two scenes where they used the fact that she had a twin for some scenes. So there's one scene, as I said, where they take the chip out of his head. So they're looking in a mirror, and one side from the back of this fake Arnie's head is her doing the probing and stuff, and in the mirror shot is the real Arnie, so you can't see the back of his head, and her twin doing the same things, matching her movements.
Oh,
Look at that.
These are the good old days where people did that stuff.
And the other one is when she has a dream sequence. Actually, maybe it's in the movie. You know, she's on the fence screaming in her dream sequence, and there's her.
There's her again. Yeah, that freaked me out when I was a kid.
That is her.
Sorry,
that's her twin.
Twin. Yeah,
that's not like just editing. That they could just do that because she had a twin.
It's way cheaper. Just
hire someone else.
It's way better than doing it twice for sure.
But yeah, there's a little tidbit for you.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
There are a lot of deleted scenes in that film. If you add them on, it makes the movie so much longer. Like have you seen the smiling scene from Terminator 2? He's like...
Oh, that he tries to smile.
He just looks at a guy smiling, and then he imitates it, and he just goes...
You show me that, actually.
Like that. It's really awkward. And funny. Like, I think they should have kept it in, but at the same time...
It was too funny.
They don't want to make him too funny and ridiculous.
Yeah. But I think my favorite bit of the Terminator, and the one that freaked me out the most, was... when the guy he made his arm into like the spear thing,
the pointy
thing, and he was going. I think it was through the elevator door or whatever, and the kid was freaking out and was just like, "Fuck, man, that could be me. Yeah. I'm a kid as well."
That kid, the one thing like that kid that acts in that movie, who unfortunately was in that film. He was in another film after that, and I can't recall what it was. But after that, he got resorted to drugs and alcohol, and his career just disappeared. And it's unfortunate, because they're doing a Terminator 6 soon. Sorry, they are making it right now. The original woman that acted as Sarah Connor, I feel like a terrible fan for not knowing her name. She's going to be in it, and she is jacked. She is like. She's worked out big time for this role, man. Mm-hmm. And then you've got her, and you've got obviously Arnie's going to be in it,
of course.
But it's unfortunate that the original John Connor can't be in it, because it would be a nice reunion of the original Terminator 2 cast.
Yeah,
but I mean, maybe who knows? Maybe he'll. But I don't think it'll be John Connor. You need a good actor to be John Connor, and something tells me he's a bit out of.
Who played John Connor in the end across all the movies? It was Christian Bale John Connor?
It's always been a different person.
It always has been, yeah.
Christian Bale was in Salvation.
But was he John Connor?
Yeah.
Okay. He could do it. I think he's the best choice. Although he's a little bit like, I'm Christian Bale. I don't like his lips in general.
but I mean... All right, so how many fucking films are within your series? 4?
4 now. 5 now, yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, so Die Hard normally gets this treatment because everyone rates which Die Hard comes first. For me, it's Die Hard 3 is first.
Ooh.
It's controversial because the first one is amazing.
Yeah, I think the first one's the most.
But I think for me, it would go 3, 1, 4, 2, 5.
For Die Hard?
Yeah.
I think I've only watched up to 3.
Really? Watch 4. It's actually really good. It's the one they did after many, many years, but it's really good.
But I would rate just 1, 2, 3.
But in that order?
Yep.
You put 3 under 2?
I think so, man.
3 had Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Ah, yeah, so did Jurassic Park.
And Hans Gruber's brother was in that. It was like a complete continuation for number 1.
I don't know. I just like Bruce Willis.
2 was just... I don't know, man. 2 wasn't nothing really to write home about.
Sorry.
Anyway, if you were to take your 5 films, in what order would you put them in?
Jurassic Park 1.
Yep.
Lost World.
That was the 3rd one, right?
2nd one.
Okay, so we're still in order.
Then the newest one, Fallen Kingdom.
Was better than the Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, yeah. So then Jurassic World, and then Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no one likes that film,
so
do they?
1, 2, 5, 4, 3.
But do you like the worst movie?
Yeah, for sure.
Even still?
A lot.
Yeah, so that's the same with me. So, for me, there's Terminator 1, 2, 3, Salvation, Genesis, and we're doing a new one now, the 6th one. But for me, it would be Terminator 2,
One.
1, 3, Genesis, Salvation.
No, I think I would go 2, 1, 2, 1, then Genesis, then 3, then Salvation. Because I like Genesis is the newer one.
You know what? Actually, I would agree with you. You know what? That film got a big bad rap, man. And like, you know what? I get it. I get it in the sense that, all right, this is a film that a lot of people hold close to their hearts, right? Because it's a classic.
Yeah.
All right, but you're bringing back Arnold Schwarzenegger to the series for the first time since Terminator 3, right?
Yeah.
He was in Salvation at the very end as a CG character. It wasn't actually him, it was just CG, which was a good touch. I quite liked that. But first time you're bringing the dude back, it had a lot of, like, it touched a lot on the Terminator 2 timeline.
Yeah.
And a bit on Terminator 1, because it actually went back to the first scene where he arrives in Terminator 1 and they have a fight, the two
Schwarzeneggers, yeah.
So that's amazing. And I get it. For a lot of people that aren't into the series or into like that whole, universe, I understand that the timeline of that movie can be pretty confusing.
Yeah.
But for someone that's a fan of it, like I am, I completely understood it. I understood what was going on 100%.
Even if you watch just the two first movies and you watch like 1, 2 and Genesis, you can get Genesis, I think.
Yeah. I think you could watch 1, 2, then Genesis.
Yeah.
I don't think Rise of the Machines, the third one, has much of an impact on it at all.
Yeah.
Rise of the Machines is good. It had a lot of good action scenes with the crane, the crane that would come out and smash through the buildings and stuff. It had a lot of good scenes in that.
When did that come out?
Like 2003,
Yeah,
I want to
it's
say.
old
Which is
now already,
Which is crazy because, I mean, it's our favorite movies have a lot of similar timelines, actually.
Yeah.
With how they've been released.
Yeah, I think the last Jurassic Park 3 was 2003. And then they just went to the dark ages, man, with scripts and things going wrong and people not believing in the directors and the script writers. And then finally, in 2014 or 15, they just went like, we just got to do this. Yeah, we just got to do this movie. Like, it's never going to be the first one. So let's just have fun.
I think it was really good.
Yeah.
I'd probably... Did you say 1, then Jurassic World?
No, 1, 2, and then 5, 4.
Oh, The Lost
3.
World you'd put.
Yeah, The Lost World is good.
Oh, no, you're right. So it would go... Yeah, I'd probably put it in the same order as you, but I can't... but for me, it'd be 1, 2, The Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3.
No, so 1, 2 is The Lost World.
Yeah, that's
and
what I said.
then you would go Jurassic World and Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the reason I can't go to the Fallen Kingdom is because I haven't seen it.
Man, we gotta do it now. Do you wanna go now?
Should we just watch it now for the podcast?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long podcast.
We're gonna take the camera to the movies, guys.
And you find it funny that that's the only movie in your entire series that doesn't have a fucking name to it.
What do you mean?
Jurassic Park, boom, right?
Yeah.
The Terminator. It's the title of the series, essentially.
Yeah.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Jurassic Park, The Lost World.
Yeah.
Terminator 3, The Rise of the Machines. Jurassic Park 3.
3. Yeah.
3 scratches.
They just be like,
Smart.
fuck it.
And everything after that, we got Salvation, Genesis, everything.
Yeah.
And you had what? But it's the only one that doesn't. They just got really lazy, clearly, because it wasn't a very good film.
And they changed the fucking dinosaur on the logo. It was just like, oh, guys,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, they really, really went for it, didn't they?
Yeah, because they wanted to do like a badass dinosaur, but it just looked like a huge duck.
You know what? And then that's where Salvation falls for me, and that's why I put it last, because it was a good film. But I think you could have taken the Terminators out, put some other kind of thing in, and it could have been a really good film without the Terminator name.
Yeah.
Because the big thing to the Terminator series is Arnold Schwarzenegger, but is the whole time travel thing.
Yeah.
You need it, and this is all just based in the future. That was it. Nothing else to it. All in the future. And for me, that was just...
No.
It didn't have that element to it that
Yeah.
that, I don't know. There was just something about it that just didn't work. And I think it could have just been a good movie without the Terminator name. But it's still a good film.
Maybe it was at some point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably.
And some
probably
Hollywood
right.
genius was like, let's just slap Terminator on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. Yeah. Yeah.
And again, like, you know, not even a real Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a fucking CG Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
So I think both our series have an embarrassing moment in them.
Yeah, but I still love them.
Yeah,
I still
me
love.
too.
I love them at their lowest point,
Yeah.
which is when the Velociraptor.
And that's what
talks
a
to-
real fan does.
Yeah.
That's what a real fan does.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when people listen to bands and they're like, oh, this isn't like their old stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, good thing we don't have fans. Because they'd probably listen to our new record and go,
They hate it.
this doesn't sound like their old stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if that's gonna happen. Are we gonna do this record and then we're gonna do like 5 more, and somebody's gonna, man, Dino Diner for sure. For sure, Static was my favorite album. It's like, fuck, man.
Can
That
you
was,
imagine?
it was so long ago. Just leave it. But yeah, you gotta be. I try to be at least open to any things that I am a fan of. So like I don't come in with any expectations.
No.
I just come in like, is it
And-
gonna be good or bad?
Fuck, man. Something that people just seem to forget how to do these days. Just enjoy something.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's a critic these days, man.
yeah,
Everyone watches a film and goes, you know, they really get, why does every film have to have a deep meaning to it?
yeah,
Right, so, all right, get it. Terminator 2 had the deep meaning of fucking, you know, the future and the machines taking over from humans. All right, cool, we get that. The film's just badass. You
Yeah.
don't have to concentrate. You just watch Arnie blow shit up.
yeah.
Your movie is like, you know, genetically modifying DNA to bring dinosaurs back to life. Ooh.
Yeah.
But then dinosaurs.
Yeah, they put like the underlining. They come up with a fun concept first, and they find like an underline. Like in Jurassic Park, is the whole chaos theory and how like life will find a way. Then you have the underlining in Terminator, which is like, oh, is time travel cool or not, or like what? I don't know what the underlining of Terminator.
Like, you know, like it's the you know, technology taking over
Yeah,
from
yeah,
humans,
that's true,
rising above
the rising of the machine. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but they were just like, man, I just want to do a movie with robots, and I just want to do a movie with dinosaurs.
And there's nothing wrong with that, and that's something that doesn't happen these days. Any Arnold Schwarzenegger film,
Yeah,
True Lies, there is no moral to that fucking film.
no,
It's just an action. The Last Action Hero.
yeah.
It's just a fucking.
It's just a cool idea that's
just
fun.
Yeah, it's fun, and like you don't get that these days. Every movie that gets released has to have a really deep meaning and has to be standing up for some kind of cause. And I'm not against things like that. It's great, but
Yeah,
you don't get just a good old-fashioned action film these days. And the only thing that does that is Fast and Furious. And personally, I just can't freaking stand
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's pretty bad.
Because the action in it is ridiculously fake. I understand. Mine has machines and yours has
Yeah.
as dinosaurs. But that's a fantasy world. Fast and Furious is meant to be set in the modern day. And they do things... The Rock wears a cast in a hospital. He just flexes his arm and it crumbles off.
I never watched that.
Right? And there's another scene where him and a woman fall out of a fucking 5-story window in the same hospital. And he turns at the last second. They land on top of a car, and she lives because he cushioned her fall. He's fine, by the way. You know, because he's The Rock. That's why The Rock he's a rock. Apparently, he's actually
He's
he is
actually a
made
rock.
of rock.
Yeah.
That's one thing we never actually realized.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that's what I like about like one franchise that does this is Marvel. Marvel is just like, I just want to put all these heroes in one movie.
Yeah.
Like the last movie was pretty good, but basically it was just like a big purple guy or red guy, I don't know what his color is, from space, and he's just like, space is fucked, man. I gotta fix this shit, so I'm gonna kill half of the people.
There's too many people.
That's what I think about the real world. Like if I come, like how do I solve the problem of like pollution and having too much, not enough space for farming and for plantations and shit. I was
Yeah.
let's get less people in this world.
Thanos was just sitting on his deck chair out on his front porch one day, looking around and just going,
Nah.
"There's too many people."
The thing is,
It's been a while since we had a plague. I think we need a new one.
if you think about like solving the world's problem, the first thing you think is this: oh, too many people. And that's what Thanos did. He was just like, cool, solved it.
Yeah.
He didn't like try to come up with others. So they were like, nope, that's the one.
That's the one. Yep, I got it.
I'm gonna use my superpowers.
Hey, at least Thanos doesn't discriminate. He wasn't trying to get rid of one person.
Yeah,
he,
it was
like
just
a
like
certain
half
type.
random.
It was just like click my fingers. Half of you are done. Half of you stay.
He pressed the random button on Mario Kart. That is exactly what he did. And whatever the little dice chose, it was just die. Anyway, if you haven't watched Avengers Infinity Wars, there you go.
Yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Fuck you, okay? You should have watched it by
Yeah,
now.
it's too late. It's been a month.
Anyways,
I think that's it.
I think that's it for today. Don't ever forget that I am a professionally trained sex medic.
Yeah, so if you need advice, please.
I'm gonna finish every podcast saying that until somebody makes a question. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I can give life advice.
Yeah, Chris can do that.
I'm more emotional.
Very patient, very emotional.
Yeah, I can give you life advice.
Taylor Swift, very good concert. Okay, it just was a little bit worse than Snap Out the same day, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you want sex advice, Taylor, I think you need it, and I can help you. Because we've been hanging out with Ed Sheeran, so don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. You don't want ginger children, do you?
There we go. We can go smoothly without some kind of prejudice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And okay, guys, see you next time. If you're a drummer, call me, grab my dick, and
please grab 2 sticks and a dick and join us.
yes. See you next
We
time.
put the advert at the end of this thing again.
No. You find the advert, you fucking lazy dick. If you want to play drums, you fucking search our Instagram, stalk us a little bit.
See you next time.
See
This
you
has been Snapping Out with Chris and Julian.
Bye.
Bye.